All right, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another NBA regular season video. This video is gonna be a little more fun, a little more light, probably a lot shorter. But there's some news, there's some rumors floating around about these two teams and another team, and about their jerseys. And if you know anything about me, and you've been on this channel for any length of time, you know I love myself a good jersey, a great jersey. I have a history in design and sort of uh, coloring of things and we'll say apparel for lack of a better term. I have a history in apparel. Um, so I think my 2 cents about these things is valuable, if I can say that about myself. So if you like what I have to say, like the video. If you have any opinions, comment it down below. And if you just like the vibes, consider subscribing. So this report, this we'll say the rumors right now, is from Proline Mockups on Twitter, and they were one of the people that broke the news in this past off season about a lot of the NBA city jerseys and the extra jerseys that some of the teams get, and they were almost like they shot like 100% almost. So what's the baseball term, like batting 1,000 or whatever? They batted like 1,000 or whatever it is. Um, so I trust these guys. I'll put a link down below if you want to check out their Twitter account and check out the other stuff because they do all these. They just don't do NBA stuff. They do other stuff as well. But they're reporting that the Rockets, Timberwolves, and Hawks will have new uniforms next season. They have all filed. You have to file for a new jersey or a new like rebrand essentially with the NBA, and then the NBA and Nike will take care of it and they'll get your input and all that stuff. Um, the jerseys in front of you are some of the inspirations for the jerseys and the concepts I'm going to talk about that these guys are reporting. Obviously, top left, you have Kevin Garnett, rookie Kevin Garnett, young Kevin Garnett, in the blue and green Timberwolves jersey. That's a way throwback jersey. That's a very nice jersey. You have Karl Anthony Towns in sort of like a different sort of blue with the black trim. This was sort of like early 2000 teens, like 2010s ish. And then you have the current jerseys for the Timberwolves, bottom left, Anthony Edwards. They rebranded this very recently as well. The Timberwolves have rebranded really recently. I forgot to look up when they rebranded, but it was very recently. It was like within the last like maybe they rebranded like, oh boy, that had to have been I want to say 2016, 2017, like maybe just after that, 2018. These jerseys haven't been around for a while. When they came out, they weren't my favorite. They still aren't my favorite. They've done some variations of the Anthony Edwards jerseys here, that I like. A lot of their Minnesota like theme jerseys, like the Prince jerseys, the nighttime jerseys with like the green and like the neon green stuff, looks really good. These base jerseys, they have this one, and then they have one that's all blue, just different shades of blue, with white lettering and the white numbers, obviously. Um, and then on your right, bottom right, you have Hakeem Olajuwon in the classic Rockets jerseys, the mustard and ketchup jerseys. These are one of my favorite jerseys of all time. Then you have a sort of iteration of the mustard and ketchup jerseys with James Harden, middle right of your screen. And then you have Kevin Durant in the current Rockets jerseys, which they just rebranded as well, around the time the no, not around no. The Rockets have rebranded very recently as well. It's not even they might not even be 5 years old with those jerseys. But getting back to the report here, um, the report is saying here the Minnesota Timberwolves, they've been told, let me make sure I get it right. Proline mockups have been told, from sources, that the Wolves are going back to their classic look across the board with the white, blue, and black variations of their jerseys. And the biggest fear with these jerseys is that they're going too simplistic. If you've looked across the NBA, the simplicity is killing NBA jerseys. And the Jazz had some bad jerseys for like 2 3 years there. It was like neon green and it was black and it was disgusting. They sort of rebranded their jerseys a little bit. Now they're back to their more classic '90s colors with like the purple, the blue, and the white, with the black as well. Um, that's the biggest fear when these teams rebrand is that you hope that um, they don't go too simplistic. And I think going somewhere close to the Kevin Garnett sort of variation of the jerseys, top left, is the way you should go. I think doing that color jersey, that font with like a modern twist would be the ultimate jersey. Would be one of the best jerseys automatically next year or whatever year they decide to do this, or get approved for it. Um, that would be the best, I think. That's why I have. When I found this picture, I was like, "Oh my god, this is exactly what I was thinking of when I read this a couple days ago." Um, this was reported on Wednesday, by the way. Um, you guys are getting this video on the weekend, so this is a couple days old. But I haven't seen anything updated about this, so it looks like it's happening. At least it's a rumor. It's rumored to be happening. We'll put it that way. Yeah, and the other component of this is going back to an all-white jersey or somewhat version of white for the Wolves. They've missed a white jersey. They have one of the mock-ups here that's all white with the same Kevin Garnett sort of font here. Love it. It looks it's just the top of the jersey. It looks so good. Other thing to note about the Wolves is they recently sold to Alex Rodriguez, the baseball player, and his group. They're the new owners, so this might be another catalyst to why they want to change the jerseys. There are new owners in the building, so they want their own sort of ideas on the team and stuff like that. So we'll see with them, and then the Rockets. Again, I think these Rockets jerseys aren't that old. They might be very they're very recent. They might not even be 5 years old because James Harden did not wear these jerseys a lot. He wore them for like a year or two. So this has to be like pre 2020. Yeah, so like maybe 5 or 6 years old. The lifespan of jerseys aren't that long anymore. But this this report from Proline Mockup says, from what they've heard, the Rockets will be busting out a modern classic, reviving the look from the Hakeem Olajuwon ketchup and mustard era. Obviously, why I have Hakeem Olajuwon on the screen in front of you to give you a reference point of the mustard and ketchup jerseys. Um, again, the simplicity. Don't go too simplistic. I think these Rockets jerseys are borderline simplistic. I like the curving of the font, the numbering, the numbers look good. The accent around the collar is fine. Without the accent around the sleeve hole is good. Going too simplistic might be bad, but I think Houston has enough history of like really good jerseys to not deviate too far from. The mock-ups I'm looking at in front of me have like a pure white jersey with the red font, then they have a pure red jersey with white font, and then they have a black jersey with like red font and then like the yellow Jumpman for the alternate jersey, the Michael Jordan Jumpman, which all the alternate jerseys have now. That looks good. I think incorporating yellow has been so missed from the NBA um, as a whole. There aren't a lot of teams that have yellow. I mean, the Warriors, Lakers aren't supposed to be yellow. They're supposed to be gold, but that's a whole nother tangent I could go on. The Warriors have a yellow, but that's also like a gold. Pure like absolute mustard yellow is very sorely missed from the NBA, and I think having a pure, not pure mustard yellow jersey because that'd look kind of crazy, but a variation of this James Harden jersey with a modern twist would look very good. And I'm all for a rebrand. Um, I worry though about Nike. Nike pulls some stuff out sometimes. Like I just said, the Utah Jazz sort of did a mini rebrand and they brought back their old school colors and stuff like that. I think they do a good job sometimes. Other times they're a bit far off base. Other times they're just a little too far off base. We'll see what happens though. And then the last team, the team that we have the fewest information on, the least information on, is the their Hawks. There's no information about this Hawks supposed rebrand, and it's strange that the Hawks are going for a rebrand because I feel like I like their jerseys a lot. I like their jersey. I should say I like their jersey rotation a lot. They have a lot of good rotation jerseys. Um, but I'm not completely sold on why they need to rebrand. I just don't. I just don't know why they why they need to rebrand. Because like I guess the only reason you rebrand is to get better jerseys, and I don't think you can get much better than the Hawks have right now. It's a pretty decent lineup of jerseys, and I'm trying to find the origin of this tweet because I just have a screenshot of it, but um, and I'm also going through the page to see if there's an update on this, but I don't. Oh, okay, yeah, there's no update on this. So yeah, the least amount of information we have is the Hawks one, and let's see if I can find. Yeah, so okay, so we do have a little bit of an update here. The Hawks will try to revive the 90s era bird design as a mix with their current look for the statement edition in red. The icon jersey, currently in red, will be becoming black. Okay, so they're not rebranding their main jerseys, they're rebranding or retooling their alternate jerseys. Okay. That makes more sense because I was like, their regular jerseys are pretty good already. um, yeah, that's. I just want to talk about this. It's something fun. It's something light. It's a little short video you guys can listen to. Um, oh, should I? We do have some other NBA stuff to talk about, but I kind of like how short this video is and kind of just how fun it is. Let me know what you guys think about these proposed jersey redesigns as well. I mean, you sort of have a concept of what they might look like in the future. I mean, top left is what the Timberwolves could look like in the future, and sort of something around the James Harden number 13 on your right could look like the Rockets could look like in the future. So let me know what you think down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my other NBA stuff. Um, more NBA stuff to come this week. And I will see you guys next time. Cheers.